Wow, what a beautiful night out here in the forest. Well, hello there. Welcome back to the art room. I'm really glad you could make it today. So what's this I'm wearing on my head? We call it the BAT headgear. B-A-T. It stands for Bat Activity Technology. And I'm going to try to catch one with my handy bat procurement device. So anyway, a cauldron of bats should be coming by any minute now. It's a beautiful night for it. Oh, here comes some right now. Okay, I'm going to try to catch one. Yep, I got him. I got him. Let me just reach into the net here. And, oh, he's a lively one too. There he is. Well, just a good way to lead into our bat project in the art room today. So I hope you'll stick with us for our bat puppet. See you in the art room. Okay, hey, welcome back to the art room for our bat puppet. Oh, I can hardly wait to show you this one. This is an old classic from way, way back. We've been making these for so long. And if you're, I would say, kindergartner through third grade, I think you'll get a big kick out of making one of these things. The foundation for the whole project is a paper folding project that has been referred to as, in the past, fortune-telling machine, a cootie catcher, some people call it, a salt cellar even, I've heard it called that, to put salt in, all kinds of things. And if you learn how to make one, if you don't know how to already, it's kind of a useful paper folding project to have around because you can do so many different things with it.
For this episode, you will need one 12 by 18 sheet of black paper, Elmer's glue, a stapler, some extra colored pieces of paper, a white crayon or colored pencil, and your imagination.
We're going to be taking our black sheet of construction paper. This is a 12 by 18 sheet, and we'll just zoom out for a bit. And what we're going to do is make a diagonal fold, triangle fold, whatever you want to call it, and try to hit it pretty close if you can. Diagonal fold. All right, once you do that, take your scissors and you want to cut off the tail. Keep this part too, because the neat thing about our bat is that you can make the whole thing out of one sheet of paper. This is going to be for his body after we get done making the head. Just lay that aside for a minute. Okay, open it up. All right, so we got our fold going this way. Let's fold it crisscross style. Like that. Crease it down. Open it back up again. Okay, and I'm just going to grab a white crayon here, and I'm going to put a little dot right where the two lines cross. We used to do that back in the art room. It's kind of helpful to kind of target in on where you're folding. So we're going to take one of these points, line it up, and place it into the center till it touches the point, the white dot. Take the next one, point it in, crease these really well, crease them down really good. Go for the third one, crease that down, and then the last one. If you've been careful, we hope that all these flaps will fit together without going on top of one another. If they don't, then take a minute and re-examine what you've done and kind of try to line it up a little bit better. Okay, so we're going to flip it over to the smooth side. And once again, take that white crayon or colored pencil, put a dot where the two lines crisscross. That'll help you fold better. It really does. Neat thing this time, though, you have these fold lines so that when you bend it in this way, it's a little harder because the paper's kind of thick. Crease it down really good. Bring these in. Second one. All right. And the third one. And then the last one. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. And I'm going to take my scissors and kind of crease that down a little bit so that it's really folded well. Okay, you with us so far? Good, I knew you would be. All right, so now this is the last side that we did, the side that's kind of popping up. That's our first side, so we want to stick with this side for a bit, okay? And what we're going to try to do is get this ready so we can put our fingers into it and create the head of our bat. So see if you can fold the paper in half like that. Really press it down well, really crease it down well. Open it back up. This time we're going to go the opposite direction. What we're doing is kind of loosening it up so that we can get our fingers into it. Okay. All right. Now, here's kind of the tricky part, but also kind of the fun part, like a lot of things in art. So I'm going to bring it back to its halfway position. It doesn't matter this way or that way. It really doesn't matter. See if you can take your pointer finger and your thumb. Okay, now these are the open parts right here. See these two open parts? See if you can take your finger, put it into that pouch on the top, and your thumb slide it in to the bottom pouch, like that. With your hand over here, see if you can collapse it and squeeze it together. And what's happening then is our bat is coming to life. And whoops. So once I get it in two of my fingers, my pointer and thumb, then I'm going to see if I can get into the other side and also get my pointer finger and thumb in there. Okay. Hey, there he is. Wow. There he is. He's ready to become a bat. Yes. Now that I've got his head folded up, it's time to grab my stapler. If you don't have a stapler, then it's okay to glue him together. It's just going to take a little bit longer. Just make sure that you leave it in the position that you're going to be able to work it as a puppet here. So I'm going to come back in here and staple the top part of his head right there by sticking this part together, and then down here get it in there as far as I can, and then staple it again. Okay. Hey, it's great. He's looking so good. So we're going to set that head over here, and now it's time to get the other part of the bat. Okay, so this is going to be his body. Yeah, so we'll fold this in half the fat direction, like that. Okay. Open it back up again, and then let's go for that white crayon again. I'd like you to put a little line about this long right at the top of the fold line there. Can you see that? I'll show you why in a minute why we did that. Okay, so we're going to create this little body down here. It's not a big deal, but we can do a lot of different ways. What I'm going to do then is sketch a shape like this right in the center. Okay, like that with the white crayon, and I'll take my scissors and cut that out. So this is kind of like forming the legs of our bat. Okay, so we'll skip a little space here, and draw an oval. Okay, like that. Take it right off the page. Skip a little space here, and draw another oval over here. Okay, let's cut those out so we don't get confused. Cut that one out, and we'll also cut that one out. Okay, so can you see the body of our bat coming a little bit here? Maybe we'll help things out by drawing a few toes here. He's got some little toes. Okay. One more segment of our bat wing. You can leave your bat wing all the way down if you want. I'm going to carry mine up with like a larger oval. Like that. Okay. And then over here, same thing. Yeah, I'm not overly worried about making it like totally balanced out or anything. It's a bat. Okay, looks pretty good. All right, let's see if we can define our bat body here. So if his legs are coming straight down, that means he's going to have a little body coming up. So I'm going to kind of sketch a line here like this. That's going to be like his body in the middle, and then I'll do the same thing on this side. Sketching it with my white crayon on that side. Okay. Now from this point here, I'm going to draw, like a line, like it's a segment of the bat's wings, and then over here, another segment of the bat's wings. Oh, he's looking really good. And then over here, like another little kind of an umbrella-like kind of thing. Segment of the bat's wings. Okay, oh, he's looking so great. Okay. So I'll take my scissors and I'm going to cut along that line that we drew. Okay. That's going to give me a nice gluing place for my head here. So I'm going to go for my Elmer's glue, and I'll show you where to put the glue. Might not make sense right at the very beginning, but I think you'll understand once you see me do it. Alright, so I'm going to put some glue around that slit, okay, and over here too. Okay, and with my fingertip I'm going to rub that glue around here so it gets really sticky, and I really want it to be super sticky there. Okay, see that glue that we've got right there? Alright, going back to our bat head then, I'm going to pick where his chin will be. Of course you don't want to stick him down this way or he's going to be like talking from the side, hey, so I want to stick him straight up and down. So I'm going to turn my bat head over here, this line right here, can you see that line? I'm going to take our bat body then and put it in, push it in around where the line is. I'm trying to get it straight there, I'm kind of crooked, there we go, and push it in to the back. Can you see that? Push it up, and let's see, I'm a little crooked, but come on, get it straight there. Just do some adjusting there. Okay. Okay. So he is stuck together. Now I'm going to leave it right there and come back in about 2 minutes. Okay? I'll see you in about 2 minutes because we need our glue to set, and it might be frustrating if we don't get our glue to stick.
2 very boring minutes later.
Hey, we're back and it's 2 minutes later and my bat is looking really good. He's all glued together. And sometimes if this just won't stick, get in there and staple it. If you're really in a hurry to fly your bat, that used to happen in the art room. The body kept falling off of the head. So, but mine's going to be okay, I think. Let's talk about the eyes. Our first bat, come on over here, buddy. Our first bat has these kind of neat-looking magenta colored eyes. Let me show you how I did those. I'll get a piece of magenta colored scrap paper here, and I'm just going to cut out a nice big circle. Okay. And if you want a kind of a nice half circle shape, just chop that in half. And that's how we did our first bat eye there. That worked out really well. I went ahead and did a couple of other eye styles here. If you want a little friendlier looking bat maybe, then you can go with something like this. He's kind of neat. He's just kind of got like a he's just kind of a harmless looking little guy. I think I'll go ahead and glue those on here. I'm going to go with this different style bat this time. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I always like to rub my Elmer's glue around. And so we'll fix his eyes up here and get that stuck on eye number 1. And let's stick on eye number 2. Okay, is your bat turning out okay? I hope. All right. Yeah, all right. So, what do you do about his bat ears? Well, if you have enough of your scrap that we cut out, remember the part from the wings, if you have enough scrap left, you can use those for either a roundish kind of a bat ear, or I'm going to make mine a little pointier, I think, so I'm going to go ahead and point them up a little bit like that. Make them a little pointier. Okay. Oh, that's cool. So the ears, we'll put a little Elmer's glue on them as well. 1 and 2. Got it. And stick those at the top of his head here, right behind, right behind where you're going to grab with your fingers. There's 1. And get off of there. And there's 2. Stick those on. Okay. How's he doing? Oh, he's looking great. Okay, so for the teeth, let's get a piece of white scrap paper, and I'll just kind of fold it. I'm going to cut out a little triangle. That means I'm going to have 2 copies, though, of it, like that. Okay, so I can stick it in his mouth. I'm going to bend a little glue flap on it, like that, and a little glue flap on it, like that. Okay, bat's going to the dentist, and we'll get the glue on the glue flap, rub those around, get them real sticky. Okay, and then back to our bat here. Let's see, I could either put them down low, you could either have an underbite or you could have an overbite here. Let's do sort of the classic bat fang, though. Stick that in there like that. And let's get the other one going over here too. Like that. Oh, he's ready to suck some blood out there. Well, I hope maybe he's not hungry for blood. Maybe it's more like, potato chips or something like that. He's looking great, don't you think? On my original one, I had a tongue. Let's go back to this guy. He's sort of got a tongue. And if you want to do a tongue, I'm going to go back to my scrap paper here. I'm going to make a little shorter tongue. I think my first tongue sort of got in the way. I'm going to cut out a little rectangle and put sort of a snaky little slit on the top, so it kind of has like a serpent or a snake kind of thing. If you want your tongue to stay in a little bit better, if you put a little fold down the middle like this, okay, put like a little fold down the middle, then it'll stay in his mouth a little bit better, I found out. A little glue there. And so we'll get that tongue going in there like that. You like the tongue? Yeah, I think I do. I think I like that tongue in there. Okay. It's always frustrating when Elmer's glue just won't stick like right away. Okay, but we're doing pretty good there. Okay, so the bat is looking great. Let's see, what else do I need to show you? Well, my original bat had some little fingers, so I'm going to go back to another piece of black scrap paper. If you want to do little bat fingers or bat hands or something, once again, I'll fold my black paper in half so that I get an identical copy. I'm going to cut out a circle like that, but I've actually got 2 copies of my circle since it was folded. And what I'm going to do then is make some slits in it like that, like so. And let me do just kind of one more here, like that. Okay, so that would make a great set of fingers and a hand for our bat. Whoops. So all I need to do then is, let's see, do I want a right one and a left one? So they're both kind of going, yeah, like symmetric there. So I'm going to glue right where his palm of his hand would be. And let's stick that one on there. And let's get the other one going too. Like that. Oh, great. Okay, he's got two hands. All right. Hey, well, there were so many other extras you could be making with your bat, but I think I'm going to leave those up to you. Looking at my first bat, I think all I've done here, maybe a little bit different, was I bent out his feet a little bit, you know, so that they would have kind of a little three-dimensional quality. And I think, let's see, going back to him, I used white crayon here to make some kind of cool eyebrow kind of effects on my first bat. Okay. And there you have it. And that's going to do it for our bat episode. I hope you had fun with it. I sure did too. So get out there and chase your mom around with your bat puppet. She'll love it. And remember, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, you've got something to be proud of. You're an artist. Stick with it, and we'll see you back here next time in Mr. Shay's Art Room.